This is my 69 Camaro, and I'm getting ready to put a trunk pan in here. This is actually a patch pan. It's not the complete trunk panel, but this should work for my car. What the plan is, I have it marked out, is to, I marked a line about an inch from each edge of the holes here, and I come across to this hole, same thing, about 1 inch. And then I run up the side of the panel and go over about a little over 2 inches here, and that way I'm in about the center of the frame rail underneath there. So, won't have to do any work on the back side once I weld that panel in, because I'm going to actually try to butt weld all this. And then I'm going to drop down like here and run along this edge, right along here, and then basically the same here. And then I'm going to come up and go under this bracket here, which I have to finish removing. And then again, a couple inches from this edge, going to run all the way up, and then drop back down again. And by cutting it there, like I said, this will be under the frame rail on this side, so I won't have to grind any welds on the back side. And the other benefit is the two trunk supports, or actually, excuse me, the gas tank supports. The one's right here. You can see where I've started removing the spot welds. And then got the other set right here. Well, once I remove the sheet metal, I'll still have a couple of welds here and on this side too. But that I'm going to leave those because that will help support the floor pan, the new floor pan that I put in. We'll see how it works. I could change the plan once I get cutting this thing out, but for now that's what I'm going to try. Alright, I got this pan removed now, and as you can see, the trunk braces are still attached, and so that hopefully will help me install this. If I was going to do a lap, it'd be much easier, but I'm actually going to try to butt weld most of this, which is going to be challenging. But if I do that, you won't really be able to tell that I've patched this. As you can see, there's the center of the frame rail. Actually, on this side, I cut a little more than I wanted. Got close to the edge of the frame rail. But on this side, I did pretty good. I got it right in the middle for the most part, so I won't have to do any blending on the back side of that area. But what I think I'm going to do is start from the back and work forward when I go to fit this. And as you see, I've got the old pan just set inside the new pan. And what I'm going to do is just start from the back, see if I can get that sort of fitted first, and then work my way forward and try to do as neat a job as I can, just close a fit as I can, so that minimize my welding. All right, we'll see how that goes. Okay, I've got the back of the pan here rough cut, and now I'm just going to fit it to the car and do a finish fit just on the back here, and then kind of work my way forward and start trimming the rest of the pan, and we'll see how this goes. All right, I've got the trunk pan fitted. That took most of a day to fit it, but I'm really happy with the way it turned out. If you look here, all the lines are pretty good. Should make it pretty easy to butt weld here. I mean, and the pan itself fit great. It's some no-name brand pan, but it's the correct thickness, and it all matched up, identical to the other one. That right there is the worst of it. I've got a little gap that I kind of misjudged when I cut it, but I'll fill that. A little strip. And but everything fit real nice. All the way around here, around where the gas tank net comes up. That all looks good. I'm happy. So now basically I'm going to start the weld-in process. All right. I got my filler piece in there now, so I'm ready to weld the new pan in. When I removed the old one, I located the spot welds from the back side because it was so rusted on the inside. I couldn't even find the spot welds. It was difficult. So to locate them from the back side, I just basically drilled through and through the pan and then remove the spot welds that way. So now I have little holes everywhere. So to save me from having to weld up those holes from underneath, I basically put the new pan in and I transferred the holes. And now I have my 1/4-inch holes in the pan. So I'll end up welding in the same place that the original welds were. Not that I'm worried about that, just saves a step of having to get underneath there and weld those holes. I got all the welding done, and so I've actually started the grinding. And what I did is I first went over it with one of these little 4-inch grinders with the typical grinding wheel that comes on these things, just to rough it out really quickly and crudely, as you can see. And then after I got that done, I used one of these flappers here, and those actually work really good. And once you get it roughed out with the grinding one, the flapper just buzzes through it and to finish it off. And you can see all these welds. I did all these, and actually those are the ones that were just done with the grinder. I just stayed away a little as much as I could with the aggressive grinding one. In this one area, you see I finished it just really quick with the flapper one, and it came out pretty good. And then what I'll do is with a little 3-inch air grinder, I'll just finish up all the little tight areas that I can't get to with the 4-inch corded grinder. But when I get that done, that'll be pretty much it. I'll just prime everything up and move on to the next patchwork. Alright, I got the top side here all finished blended, and I've started underneath. Let's take a look at that. So you can see there's spot welds for the tank brace that, pretty much just have to give those a quick kiss. But I started right here and I started blending this way, and obviously I have to continue. That's where I stopped, right about there. You can see the weld. But it's very easy to blend, and there's not too much of it. And this is all you can really see. I have to blend a little bit on the side. That'll probably be the most difficult. And then in the back here, I'll have to blend that one spot, and the cut ran along the back here, and you really can't even see that. And then it runs to the very back of the car right there, which I don't have to, obviously nothing I have to do there. Can't see anything. And then the only other area is around the gas tank neck, and that'll be easy to blend. Do a quick blend there, and then I'll epoxy prime it, and then just probably spot putty it to hide all the imperfections. And that's it. That's a complete job, and thanks for watching.